It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills under the lights on Sunday night.
We are 20 minutes south of downtown Buffalo. It is Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park, New York. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, this is one that the defensive coordinators have had a long week because these quarterbacks, you can prepare and prepare for them, but because of their legs, you never know what they're going to do.
And when the play breaks down, I think that's where the real fun begins. I mean, it is just so hard. You mentioned it. These defensive coordinators, they spend all week, and every time the ball is snapped, you really have to defend two plays. And what I mean is you defend the initial play that is called by the offense in the huddle, and then you also have to defend the scramble play, the breakdown, the improv. That's what makes these quarterbacks so dangerous. And it just takes one breakdown defensively for a big play, and it's 6.
The kicker, Tyler Bass, has us ready to start. And off we go from Buffalo. Justice Hill to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
Is there a more exciting guy in the NFL to watch play quarterback than this guy, Mike? I mean, one of the most dynamic athletes to ever play the position. And what's truly unique about him is his ability to beat you both as a runner and equally as a passer. And that's really where his game has developed. Defensive coordinators, they don't sleep very much when they know they're facing this guy and all the problems that he presents.
From the shotgun, they'll throw to get this one started. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. In motion comes Andrews. 2nd down, Jackson. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Jackson now to throw on 1st down. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. To the air one more time with Jackson. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7. It's the tight end Likely in motion. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game.
Still 2nd down.
Pistol give to Henry. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. 7th play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. That's Daquan Jones getting in there to bring him down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
On 4th down, the Ravens call on Jordan Stout to punt. That's going to be out of bounds, no return, and the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. The Buffalo offense set to go to work for the first time. They'll be led by the big fella, 6'5" quarterback Josh Allen.
I think in today's modern NFL, if you had the ability to create a quarterback and all the qualities that come along with it, Josh Allen's at or near the top of the list. And what I mean by that, Mike, is he's big, he's mobile, he can run to escape, but he can also run as a designed option. And then, of course, in the passing game, he can make every throw. He's smart. He elevates those around him. The last piece of the puzzle, can he get over the hump and have that postseason success to really put him in that upper echelon category?
And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Cook. The ball's out, and the defense has it.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage, and I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight, but it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself, and in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover.
The Ravens offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They start with outstanding field position, trying to get the first points of this game. It'll be 1st and 10. In motion comes Andrews. On 1st and 10, Jackson. And he's not able to get away. He does manage to get back to the original line of scrimmage, and that'll set up 2nd down.
And I like the idea of moving the pocket. It makes it harder for the defense to rush the passer, but you have to account for the end man on the line of scrimmage, and that guy's job is to set an edge. Nobody gets outside of me. In this case, the quarterback. You've got to be better protecting your edges anytime you put your quarterback on the move.
And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Henry. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. The Ravens turn things over to their field goal unit. This will be an even 40-yard attempt. And that one doinks off the right upright. No good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
You could see the body language of the kicker, Mike. Once it left his foot, he was kind of leaning. He was trying to bring that one back towards the middle. But that's the sound you dread as a kicker. It reverberates around the stadium, off the upright, no good.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Now Allen on 1st down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now Allen. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
He'll find his running back, Cook. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets. It puts so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Putting the tight end in motion. One more time going up top with Allen. That's taken in, Keon Coleman. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short, but there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. That's Palmer, the man in motion. From the shotgun, it's Allen. This one complete to Palmer. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. He'll try and run here with Cook. And he will score. James Cook, touchdown Bills.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
The extra point by Bass is good, and the Bills will take a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense about ready to take over once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face second down and 7. They'll motion over Flowers. On the ground, this is Justice Hill. And this will be a short pickup to about the 30. Terrell Bernard, they're on the tackle. Third and 5. From the gun, Jackson. He'll try to run for it. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
Anytime the quarterback has the ability to extend the play with his legs, it just puts so much pressure on the defense. Here you are thinking you have all the routes manned up, there's nowhere to go with the ball, and next thing you know, he breaks the pocket, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Jackson. And this time the rush gets home, and down he goes.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the first quarter. 2 different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection, how can we get extra bodies and extra attention, because we still got a long way to go in this one.
So we are through 1 on Sunday Night Football. 7-0 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Hopkins sent in motion. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. In motion comes Andrews. A first down throw for Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Second and a yard. In motion comes Andrews. Jackson up top again. Now a screen set up for Henry. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
Hopkins sent in motion. He finds Likely, his tight end. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
On the option, they give it to Henry. And he will power his way into the end zone. Derrick Henry, touchdown Baltimore. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
The kicking team on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Ravens will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Davis now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
They'll go play action here with Allen. Off he goes. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Slot man in motion right. Throwing now. Allen here on first. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Georgia. And the Ravens will have great field position as they take over at their own 45.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
The Ravens offense ready to get back at it. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Hopkins sent in motion. They'll run here with Hill. And he'll get about 5. On the handoff, it's Henry. Here's a 3rd down and 4. In motion comes Andrews. 3rd and short, Jackson. To the tight end, Likely. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that 1st down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
Now, Jackson. To the outside. Catch made by Hopkins. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. Now Lamar gonna hang on to it. And he's not gonna get the 1st down. They met him, brought him down in the backfield on 3rd and short.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
The Ravens turn things over to their field goal unit. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Ravens will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Davis now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Bills offense make their way out to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
A pass caught right side by Coleman. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
That is caught. And he will go all the way. Khalil Shakir. Touchdown, Buffalo. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Pass now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Bills are on top. It's 14-10. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Ravens offense getting set to get back to work. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. A give right up the middle to Henry. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup to about the 29. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Jackson now. That's complete. It's Justice Hill out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That's good for 27 and a 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Jackson. He'll try and set up the screen to Hill. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
All right, Mike, so the way they teach these screenplays to the offensive lineman is you got to stop the defender's feet. You just don't want him to get a free, clean rush to the quarterback because you're so worried about getting out in front of the back. Make him start his rush over again before you slip out. Ball gets dumped right over the rusher's head. Bang, now you're in the open field.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
They get 14 yards and set up 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Here's a run. And he's into the end zone. Justice Hill. Touchdown, Ravens. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Extra point attempt to come here. His kick is good. And the Ravens move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Davis now to return it. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Bills offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. In motion, Shakir. Out of the gun, here's Allen. That's taken in by Shakir. Third down, 3 to go. On 3rd down, they go with Cook. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up. Two minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. Greg and I back in Buffalo after this. So on 4th down, time to kick it away. Jake Camarda to do the honors. Tylan Wallace deep for Baltimore. Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He'll find Hill out of the backfield. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. In motion comes Andrews. Jackson now to throw on first down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Here's a 2nd and 6. In motion comes Andrews. Second down, Jackson. Now he'll run it. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a first down.
Mike, anytime you're preparing to play a quarterback like this, the defense has to be prepared to keep him in the pocket. Once he gets out, we can see clearly why he is such a threat with his legs.
In motion comes Andrews. Here's Jackson. That's caught right side. It's Hopkins. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
From the gun, Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
Down at the 12. It's first and 10. To throw is Jackson. And he's going to be taken down back at the 20-yard line. The big man, Ed Oliver, in for the sack.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Jackson looking to throw. There's a short one caught by Andrews.
After that first down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on 2nd down. That big chunk brings them from 2nd and long to now at least 3rd and manageable.
The Ravens now going to use their final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Jackson. That is caught. And he is close to the pylon, but they say he's not in. But he's got the next best thing. No touchdown, but a 1st down. It's 1st and goal. The Ravens turn things over to their field goal unit. This, about as short as you can get. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Ravens going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the 1st half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Just 1 second remaining in this 1st half, and they will kick it away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing is Allen. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The 1st half has come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment, but for now,
we'll do the same as we get set for quarter number 3. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Davis now to return it. Now an opening past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Bills offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. And he was unguardable in the 1st half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the 3rd quarter. They'll throw on 1st down with Allen. He connects with Palmer on that one. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
On 1st and 10, it's Allen. A short throw caught by Kincaid. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. To throw again, it's Allen. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
One more time going up top with Allen. This one complete to Palmer. In motion, Shakir. Again, it's Allen to the air. Pass complete right side to Kincaid. A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up 1st and goal.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
The visitors' offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. Bateman is the motion man. A 1st down throw for Jackson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average. And frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Jackson now on 2nd down. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And a good job rallying to the football. Hold him just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. The Bills' offense headed back to take over once more. The deficit, 6 points. So a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
To throw is Allen. He's got that complete to Knox. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
This play is actually really well defended here, but I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
On the zone read, a handoff here to Cook. And the defense right on that. I don't know if keeping would have done any better. No gain on that one.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
Now Allen to throw on second down. They'll set up the screen to Cook. And a good job rallying to the football. Hold him just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
On third down, it's Allen. He'll try and get there on the ground. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
Allen going to give it to Cook. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. Now, a whistle. Looks like there was movement on the left side of that offensive line. A run up the middle with Cook. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Third and long. Out of the gun, here's Allen. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
The Bills bringing on their punting unit. He's on for the second time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The visitors' offense. And Lamar Jackson getting set to take over once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. It's the tight end Likely in motion. On play action, here's Jackson. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
And they get him to the ground, but he's all the way down to the 35-yard line.
At this point, Mike, it's clear this defense just doesn't have a lot of answers right now for this run game. A combination of the job being done up front by the offensive line and the big playability of this running back.
Bateman is the motion man. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Still first down.
They'll work straight ahead with Henry. He'll get maybe 4 there. It'll bring up 2nd and long. In motion comes Andrews. 2nd down, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
And he does all he can to get away, but they're going to get him right at the line of scrimmage, and it will bring up 4th down.
They teach these defensive ends to rush to the X. The X is the spot where the quarterback stops his drop, and you can see when he hit that back foot, he had nowhere to go, and he's able to bring him down for a big sack.
The Ravens turn things over to their field goal unit. This one from 54 yards out. And he pushed it. No good. That is wide to the right. And this is going to remain a 1-possession game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
First and 10. The tight end Kincaid in motion. They'll start on the ground with Cook. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They send him right out of the slot. From the gun, Josh Allen. A pass caught right side by Coleman. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. Now a 3rd and 2. Allen. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses. And you can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball. And I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. Now Allen on 1st down. That's taken in by Shakir. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On the handoff, this is Cook. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. Once again, it's Cook. And a nice gain there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. Here's 2nd and 2. Slot receiver headed right. Now Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
Looking for room out on the edge. Not going to find it. As a matter of fact, I think they tracked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
Slot man in motion right. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And he's going to be out of bounds, clearly shy of the line to gain. And that is going to be a turnover on downs.
And this is a tricky call for this coach. A field goal doesn't do you a lot of good, but a touchdown does. So I don't hate the call, but great job by this defense coming up with a stand and getting the ball back.
So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Here's Henry. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down. It's the tight end Likely in motion. On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got it to Flowers for the connection. First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock, but the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up 1st downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again. Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
They'll run it on first down with Henry. Good running inside the 25. Wadarani brings it to the red zone, taken down inside the 20-yard line.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Bateman is the motion man. On 1st and 10, Jackson. He's got it at the 7. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. We're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
Hopkins sent in motion. And they are all over that on defense. Good surge, drops him back. Let's put him at the 9-yard line.
And you could tell pretty quickly, Mike, that once the quarterback started chopping his feet, that there was nowhere for him to go. Great job by the defense, not only reading quarterback run, but getting him down behind the line.
Here's Jackson. This one caught at the 4. And he's close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him short, put him down at the 1.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get 1 more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and
he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Now Jackson and the Ravens will try to tack on 2 more. Now this time he'll set up to throw. He'll swing that out wide. And he's going to be stopped in the backfield. Taken down back at the 3.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but their execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Davis now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. Let's go back and scroll through some of their drives. One theme, Greg, going to keep emerging throughout. too many turnovers.
Yeah, I think it's been a combination of just carelessness, right? Some sloppy play offensively that has caused some of them. But also, let's give some credit to the defense. I think in a lot of the cases, they're also forcing these takeaways, punching the ball out, going up for interceptions. They've been in the right place at the right time. So, combination of really good defense at times, and at times, really bad offense.
Throwing now, Allen here on first down. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try.
That's three. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens will take over possession here at the 44.
Frankly, Mike, a disaster. I don't know how else to classify it. I mean, that's now 5 turnovers, 3 coming through the air. You're just not going to win games at this level playing and giving the ball away.
The visitors' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Jackson fires complete to Flowers. Here comes 3rd and 6. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Play action now. Jackson. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And the turnovers have really been the story here. Take you back through the high, or actually the lowlights in this one. Not a lot of positives when you have a 3-interception game under pressure all game long. The secondary feasting on his passes. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's to the left side and taken in by Coleman. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Pass complete right side to Kincaid. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the fourth quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball. This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That's going to be caught by Kincaid. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
That's complete to Coleman. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to...
That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Dalton Kincaid, touchdown Bills.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck.
Now remember, all scoring plays are reviewed. Tight game, tight call. They're going to take a good long look at this one. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. Here's Bass now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Bills have cut the deficit to 5. Even with their full complement of timeouts, the call is to try an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
All right, so you take your shot, you don't get it. But now your defense has to save the day. You've got all 3 timeouts. You've got to get a stop here, force them to punt the ball back, and give your offense a chance to win the game.
The Ravens offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. Jackson going to keep it himself. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. On the give, here's Henry. And he's close to the first down. Gets 4 yards on the gain, but it will bring up third down. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Jackson now. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up fourth down. Jackson. He finds his receiver. That's Bateman. And he is short of the goal line, but they are in business at the 1-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Well, a touchdown here could be the capper to a victory. It is first and goal. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens. And right away you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. And as a result, they're going to come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Buffalo.